Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name's Steph and today we're going to be checking out the Razer Viper V2 Pro. Oh wait, no we're not. It's actually a KLIM Blaze Pro. My mistake. They're just, I suppose, they're just pretty much identical. Well, you know where KLIM has gained their inspiration for the Blaze Pro, I suppose, but is it any good? Let's find out. So, much like the Viper V2 Pro, the KLIM Blaze Pro is a nice domed shape made for the right hands and felt really overall quite comfortable to use while gaming. Now, the hump of the mouse sat very nicely in the center of my palm and I could palm grip this entire mouse with ease. However, I did have an issue with the side clicks. While they look quite stylish following the shape of the mouse, they're a bit of a pain to strike. It's the fact that the buttons are so domed rather than straight, and I found I was hitting the very back of one of the buttons as it was easier to hit than scrunch my thumb into the center of the button. The mouse is covered in white, soft to touch plastic, and it can hide finger blemishes very well. The KLIM logo lights up in an RGB effect and also gives you an idea on the DPI sensitivity that you have the mouse set to. There is also an RGB strip running around the base of the mouse which can be customized inside of the KLIM software to various color effects. There are no rubber side grips at all, but I didn't really mind this too much as it didn't really hinder my gaming performance not having that extra grip on the side. And it also means that the mouse's weight can be kept to an absolute minimum of 110 grams. The charging dock also has an RGB effect around the base, though I couldn't really find anywhere in the KLIM software on how to change this to match the mouse. Now by default it does have a consistent RGB color scheme that flows around the base and the overall aesthetic matches the mouse very well. Now there is a button on the bottom of the dock to change RGB effects, but no manual control whatsoever. The charging dock is tiny as well, which is nice if you're a bit pushed for space on the desk, and the feet, although are not sticky pads, are made from quite a sticky feeling rubber, so the dock did stay in place quite well as well. There is a USB Type A port on the front, which can be used with the wireless dongle supplied with the mouse and saves you from taking up an extra USB slot on the back of your motherboard. I also think that I've been a bit spoiled by the Logitech G502X Lightspeed I've been using as my go-to lately, as the battery life there is absolutely fantastic. Well, here, not great. It has a 930 milliamp hour battery and mine here will last a day or two of heavy use before I was reaching for the USB cable. However, if you can learn to return the mouse to the charging dock after every use, you shouldn't really have an issue. The charging dock is magnetic as well, so all you need to do is find the contact points on the base of the mouse and it attracts into place. Now it's pretty neat and saves you from having to hook the mouse into the charging dock itself. The charging dock and mouse both have a USB Type-C connection on there, and you do get a supplied USB Type-C to Type-A cable in the box to plug into the back of your PC. You can also power and charge the mouse with the cable on the go, which I have had to do on a number of occasions as I have forgotten to charge the mouse overnight. So let's dive into its native software. The main screen is where you can change your polling rate from 125 to 1000 Hz, check the battery status and edit the button functions. These can also be saved to a profile if you wish for certain games, but there is no hot swappable profiles or even profiles that detect which game you are playing, like we've seen with the Logitech G502 Lightspeed reviewed earlier. Now page 2 is where you can set your DPI sensitivities and give them colors so you can see which profile you're in on the fly. And you can also set your mouse sensitivity, scrolling speed and double click speed here as well. The mouse has a max DPI of 6000 as standard, but with the driver this increases to 10,000 if that's more your cup of tea. Page 3 is for setting macros and page 4 is for your various RGB effects, which include a steady effect, breathing and streaming, which looks to me to be exactly the same as the steady effect. Now it's all pretty simple and all very self-explanatory, and I have no complaints here with the KLIM software. In games though, this mouse did work wonders. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just getting better at the game, but I was hitting more shots in Hunt Showdown than I previously have done, which has been great, and the mouse has felt pretty comfortable while doing so. I couldn't really find anything on the type of switches on this mouse, though the KLIM website does state that it has high quality switches, whatever that means. Also, I couldn't find much on the optical sensor either, but I can tell you that it did feel great and accurate while in use. I never really felt a delay of action while using it wirelessly either, though the sensor is pretty much placed next to the mouse anyway. Not that that would make a huge difference when it comes to input lag, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. Playing slower titles like Warhammer Darktide, which by the way, if you haven't played it, get on it now. Satisfactory, or even jumping into some RTS games like Anno 1800 or 2 Point Campus, I always felt like this mouse was comfortable enough to move around the map. Now the plastic on the sides, though soft, did offer enough grip to be able to whip the mouse back and forth with absolute ease. The KLIM Blaze Pro, I must say, for the price it's being offered at 54 euros at the time of writing this review on the KLIM website, is great. The mouse performed exceptionally well when gaming. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the small battery life, but that's my personal experience with mice that have really good battery lives, and I wasn't keen on the semicircle side button placement, but again, that's down to my hand size. If you've got smaller bendy thumbs, then your mileage may vary from mine. Overall, for a brand that I hadn't really heard of before the mouse turned up at the studio, I'm impressed and will definitely keep this on my desk for the time being. I've just got to get used to charging it every night, I think. Thank you very much for checking out this video review of the KLIM Blaze Pro gaming mouse. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to keep up with our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments below what you think about the KLIM. Is this something that you could see using on your gaming setup? Or have you got any other wireless mice that you use and you are just a super fan of? Let us know in the comments down below. As I say, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.